On this channel, we provide useful programming information with practical code examples. This time, it's about JavaScript and HTML. You can learn how to manipulate the DOM tree, such as the window, object, DOM element operations, adding and removing elements, through code examples. Enabling subtitles will make the code descriptions easier to understand. The window object in JavaScript is the global object in a browser environment, providing functions and information related to the web page and browser window. Since window is the global scope of the browser, all JavaScript code running in the browser becomes part of the window object. The window object plays an important role in running JavaScript in the browser environment, providing many APIs and properties. The window object has the following properties. Window document accesses the current HTML document. Window location manages the current URL and browser navigation. Window history accesses the browser's history information and allows forward and backward navigation. Window navigator provides information about the browser and device. Window inner width window inner height retrieves the width and height of the viewport. The window object has the following methods. Window alert displays an alert dialog. Window confirm displays a dialog asking for user confirmation and returns an OK or cancel result. Window prompt displays a dialog prompting user input and retrieves the entered value. Window open opens a new window or tab. Window set timeout window set interval sets a timer to execute a function after a certain time or at regular intervals. The window object has the following events. Window onload this event is triggered when the page has fully loaded. Window onResize this event is triggered when the window is resized. Window onScroll this event fires when the user scrolls the page. The window object holds global variables and functions. In other words, declared variables and functions automatically become properties of window. JavaScript DOM document object model manipulation is used to dynamically interact with elements on the web page. The DOM represents the structure of an HTML document as a tree, which can be altered using JavaScript to modify the structure and control the display of the page. The DOM treats the HTML of a web page as objects, allowing access and modification of elements and attributes. Use the document object to access the HTML document. JavaScript has a number of methods to access elements in the DOM. Document. Get element by ID, retrieves an element by its ID attribute. Document. Get elements by class name, retrieves elements by class name. Returns an HTML collection. HTML collection is a live collection that reflects changes in the DOM in real time. Document. Get elements by tag name, retrieves elements by tag name. Returns an HTML collection. Document. Query selector uses a CSS selector to retrieve the first matching element. Document. Query selector all uses a CSS selector to retrieve all matching elements. Returns a nodelist. Nodelist is a static collection that holds the state at the time of retrieval and does not reflect subsequent changes to the DOM. Various operations can be performed on the elements that are obtained. To change the text of an element, use text content or inner HTML. Text content, get or change the text content of an element. HTML tags are not interpreted. Inner HTML, get or change the HTML content of an element. Strings containing HTML tags are also processed. Use setAttribute and getAttribute to change element attributes. Use the style property to change CSS styles. Use ClassList to add or remove classes from an element. Add adds a class. Remove removes a class. Toggle adds or removes a class depending on whether it exists. Contains checks whether a class exists. Use document. Create element to create a new element and add it to the DOM. Use the remove method to delete an element. As part of DOM manipulation, you can add event handlers that respond to user interactions. Use Add Event Listener to handle events such as clicks and keyboard interactions. In this example, clicking a button changes the text of the hashtag content element. You can navigate the DOM to access parent and sibling elements. Parent node accesses the parent node. Child nodes accesses the child nodes. You can access all types of nodes, not just element nodes like HTML tags, but also text nodes and comment nodes. First child, last child accesses the first and last child elements. Next sibling, previous sibling accesses the next and previous sibling elements. Here is an example of adding a new item to a list. In this code, clicking the Add Item button adds a new LI element to the list. JavaScript DOM manipulation allows you to get, change, create, and delete elements within an HTML document. You can get elements using methods like getElementById and querySelector. Use text content or inner HTML to change text in HTML, and setAttribute to manipulate attributes. Use createElement to create new elements and remove to delete them. You can create interactive web pages that respond to user actions through event handling. The source code for this video can be downloaded from the official website. If you like, please visit the URL in the description to aid your learning. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to enjoy more content, please subscribe to the channel.